Today on Wicked Good Eats, we're going to make some candied sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving. This is a nice recipe if you really like candied sweet potatoes. Doesn't take very long to prep it. It's a nice recipe. What you're going to need is about 6 to 8 good size sweet potatoes. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these nice potatoes and kind of fit them in the pan. Make sure that that's a good size, because we're going to bake these after we steam them. The first thing we're going to do is we have this nice pot of steaming water. We're going to put it in the potatoes in there with the skin on, and we're going to steam them for about 30 minutes. Okay, the water's boiling. You see that nice steam coming through. So we're just going to lay these potatoes up in there, like such. Okay. And we're going to cover that. A nice cover. Okay. And we'll set the kitchen timer for 30 minutes. Okay, it's been half an hour, so we're going to shut off our timer. Take that cover off. Get a nice pair of tongs. Very gently, just take the potatoes out, put them in a bowl. Okay, so while these potatoes are cooling down, nice, we're going to start our sauce that we're going to pour over. And what you need is a half a cup of butter, which is 1 stick, 1/3 of a cup of water, and 1 cup of brown sugar, and a little salt to taste. So we'll get that butter starting to melt in a little saucepan, and we'll get that started. Okay, so you want to get your saucepan started on a medium heat. Just put in your butter stick, and just have a nice spoon or just to melt that butter. You can see that butter's totally melted. Just going to add in our brown sugar, and we'll break that up. We'll stir that in, incorporate it into the butter. Yeah, let that loosen up nice. See what that looks like. And what essentially we're going to do after we cut the potatoes is pour this over all the potatoes in the pan, and then we're going to bake it in the oven. So we'll add that water. It's going to take some of the heat out of it. Incorporate that in. And you want that to heat up till it gets a good bubbling. Not a full boil, but bubbling. And we're going to add a little bit of salt. Again, we got some sea salt. Just a few grinds on that. Work that in. Nice. And this takes about 5 minutes or so. But once it's all melted and incorporated in, it makes for a beautiful sauce for the candied sweet potatoes. Okay, so we'll come back once that's ready. Okay, that's been cooking for about 2-3 minutes. You can see how it's starting to bubble up. So at this point, you don't want it to boil over, so we're going to shut it down and let it sit here, cool a little bit. And now we're going to peel our potatoes. You can see the skin comes off pretty easy after steaming them. And you can just pull them back with your finger. You can use a peeler just to get it started. And we'll do that for all the potatoes. And then once they're ready, we'll cut them up. Alright, so now we got all our sweet potatoes nice and peeled. So we're going to come over here, cutting board, take our potatoes, and we can just cut them into about, it's about a 1/2 inch or so pieces like that. And what I like to do is just kind of cut these in half. We'll get those all cut up nice, and we're going to put them in a nice pan. Okay, we got all of our potatoes nice and cut up, and in the pan we have our sauce, and it's okay if it fills up a little bit over the top, because these are gonna settle, and what you want to do is slowly incorporate that sauce over all the potatoes. Nice. At this point you want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees, and we're going to cook these. This is going to bake for about an hour. I'm going to baste it every 10 minutes. Then if you like to have marshmallows, these mini marshmallows on top, the last 10 minutes you sprinkle them over the top, and they melt up nice over the top of the sweet potatoes. So we'll get that going in the oven. Okay, it's been a while, so we're going to give this a little check. Got this nice baster. Split it up. So it's been 50 minutes. We took it out of the oven. We left it on 350. Now, come on, I'm going to give this one more good baste. You want to take your marshmallows, and what we're going to do is cover up half of them, half the pan. So we'll have half with marshmallows and half without. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Got half covered, half not. And we're going to put it back in the oven for 10 minutes. Okay, so after 10 minutes in the oven, she's all ready. Candied sweet potatoes. Half with marshmallows, half with not. Wolfie's waiting for a taste, so we'll get him a nice little piece on the end over here. We'll let that cool off for him. And when it's cool enough, we'll see if he likes it. Hey, Wolfie's been waiting patiently for his first taste. Let's see if he likes it. Go ahead, Wolfie. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's digging it. Oh, he likes that. You like candied sweet potatoes, Wolfie? Is that good? Oh yeah, he's licking that plate. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.